Trust him, bro. Trust him. You gotta just trust him, bro. He knows what he's doing. Trust him, bro.
Tonight, we're done pretending. Done pretending this is normal. Done pretending this makes sense. Done pretending we're being told the truth. Because we're not. We're being manipulated. Every headline, every crisis, every truth is filtered before it ever reaches you. Not to inform you, but to keep you inside the lines. Because if you ever stepped outside the narrative, even for a second, you'd start to see it. The patterns, the contradictions, the same voices telling you what to think, what to fear, and what to ignore. And it's always the same message, isn't it? You're the problem. You're the burden. You're the reason things are collapsing. Too many people, too much freedom in the United States. Meanwhile, the people writing that script, untouched. They don't fight the wars. They don't feel the shortages. They don't live with the consequences of the systems they created. But they expect you to. And they expect you to not question it. That's the deal. Stay distracted. Stay divided. Stay emotional. But never, ever connect the dots. Because the moment you do, their illusion breaks. And here's what they really don't want you realizing. You are not weak. You are not insignificant. You are not here by accident. You've just been told you are. Over and over and over again. Until you stopped arguing. Because a population that doubts itself never challenges anything. It complies. It consumes. It obeys. But tonight, we're not obeying. We're not accepting surface-level answers. We're not trusting polished narratives. And we're not ignoring what's right in front of us. We're pulling it apart, layer by layer, lie by lie. Because something isn't right. It never has been. And deep down, you already knew it. Welcome to Decoded.
Good evening, gentlemen and ladies, if ladies join. Good evening, everybody. Hope everybody's well. Romy, hot. How effing dumb are the Bengals? I don't know. What did they do? Dumb, maybe? I'm assuming if you're asking is that a rhetorical question? How dumb have the Bengals been, like, forever? What did they do? Fill me in. But as I said in the cold open before I started the intro, just trust him, bro. He knows what he's doing. I don't want to, I don't want to give I don't want to raise any alarms yet, but I think maybe I've been signaled as I'm kind of like been freaking out over the gas prices. And you see, gas prices have come down 20 cents. All right, so you guys ready to start dick riding because it's gone down 20 cents? Look if the gas keeps going down, I'll tell you what, step one, get our gas back to where it was before it went up the fucking dollar. Then we'll talk dick riding, all right? But until gas is down under $3 fucking dollars, I don't want to hear shit no more. Trust them, bro. You got to trust them. See, you were doubting and waving all these red flags and freaking out. You got to trust them. See what you know? See, you don't know anything about politics, Ezra. What do you know? Gas went down 20 cents. Hot shot, what do you know now? The fuck? All right. What did they do? They gave the 10th pick for Dex. Oh, Dexter Lawrence? Damn. The Bengals picked 10th? What up, Create? Good evening. Good evening. I did. I saw Rogan there. which I guess I don't know. We've been hearing about this for a long time. I wish the government would just stay out of shit. Okay, if they were treating veterans with PTSD with microdosing them and it's been helping, great. Just shut the fuck up and keep doing it. The fucking second the government's gonna get in it, you know everything they touch turns to shit. What are they gonna do? Genetically modify the fucking mushrooms? It's just another compartment of drugs that they can control. They ran test markets where they legalize weed. Now you can have a government contract growing weed for them so they can control it. They can process it and tax it and fucking put their stamp on it if they want to put carcinogens in it, which I guess weed, if you smoke the flower, already is a carcinogen, but just stay the fuck out of it. And Trump's grasping at straws at this point. What can he do to get his base back? But he doesn't want his base. Remember, he says everybody who's what did he say? Everybody who was worried about Epstein are cowards? What did he say? I don't want your support? What? Because you're worried about Epstein? Oh, man. Wow. So they did. Traded the first round pick, 10th overall for. That's a come up for the Giants. And they lose a stud defensive tackle, but, you know. Yeah, well, they already, microdosing us with our food and water. They're not going to give away that shit for free. They're going to charge you up the wazoo. When people can, like, just grow mushrooms, like with the grow kits in their house. Not that I would recommend anybody suffering from PTSD dose yourself. I'm not saying that. But yeah, every time the government gets involved, and again, we're not going to do this on the show. You see all this circuitry behind me? I've seen the coding. I've seen it. There's no red lines and blue lines. There's no Democrat, Republican. Let's not get caught up in any of that illusionary bullshit we've been sold. Doesn't matter who owns the House or the Senate or who's the president, Republican, Democrat, doesn't fucking matter. They stick their fucking draconian reptilian hands in everything that we have. And if it's anything we have that helps us, they want to get involved and fuck it all up. Because let's not forget, they won't improve an American's life, not this fucking much. Not this much will they improve it. So they're like, wait, is what? We're treating PTSD with mushrooms? Hold on. We need to get involved here. No, actually you don't. You don't need to get involved. What you could do is just leave us the fuck alone and fix our gas prices. You could do that. You don't need to worry about, helping people with PTSD and other psychological issues that microdosing could help. Because anytime, what did Ronald Reagan say? Ronald Reagan said it best. The worst words you can hear, the worst words in the English language that you could possibly hear is, we're from the government and we're here to help. Those are the worst words you want to fucking hear. And that's what we got. Oh, wait, you're helping people? Microdosing? No, we need to get involved here. See if we can't muddy up the waters or gum up the works on that. How can we fuck this up? That's exactly what they're doing. Just leave it alone. But now it's too late. What did he do? Are they passing a bill? Did he do another executive order? Are we, yeah? That's it? Their tentacles have gotten into the shroom market now? What do we got? Create? Mushrooms doesn't do anything for me. It just puts me down. But the ayahuasca, bro. Meeting of the elders. There's so much going on. Spirits flying around. Ancestors watching. Our higher selves just looking at us with just like this. Pressed lips. Look at like this. We do need to wake up. The time for waking up is now. Time's now. No more waiting. It's now. They mentioned ibogaine. Am I saying that right? Mainly to get people off the addiction of opioids. The shrooms to get off of dope, heroin. I couldn't imagine being dope sick and tripping balls. I don't know. I don't know if I'd like that. Stupid monkeys. We are. We're all a bunch of stupid monkeys with goldfish memories. What's that? Something shiny. Hold on. Wait, what? What do I mean by wake up? Consciously make contact with our higher selves in these ceremonies and stepping into our truth, our genuine power. Yeah, I think that's kind of like, I don't know if that's everybody's journey, but it seems like an important step to get in contact with your higher self. There's a higher self. You're here having an earth journey, but there's a higher self of you, as above, so below. We're going to go back to Hermetic philosophy here. The connection between you and your higher self. It's important. It's important. And I think that it's part of the calcifying of our pineal gland. Fluoride in the water. Processed foods. Dyes. All the shit that makes you sick. Lower gut health. Things that affect your because again, fluoride's a neurotoxin. Don't listen to the it helps your teeth and bones. Yeah, no, it doesn't actually. Look closer. It doesn't. But it'll calcify your pineal gland. It'll do that. It'll affect you with short-term memory. The barium and aluminum being sprayed. Oh, I didn't do the Discord. Because you should have seen some of the skies I've had since last show. And I apologize about Thursday. I didn't get home from work till super late on Thursday. I couldn't do a show. And I guess if I would have had a Discord and we were all in it, I could have notified you guys like, oh man, I'm not going to be on tonight. But yeah, so they're constantly trying to separate that connection. Constantly. Because they feel it. They feel it too. The grand awakening. It's happening. Yeah, everybody does it on their own timeline, but there seems to be like a major swell, if you will, of people seeing through the illusion. People are starting to see through it. And so they're like, all right, start spraying double time. Like I want 37 planes above every major city spraying the dog shit out of them immediately. Because yeah, people are starting to just like, it's the illusion's starting to break. Mike Tyson does it all the time. With the ayahuasca, getting in touch with his higher self, or the microdosing shrooms. All that. All that. It's definitely everyone's journey, but most people are just not even interested in. Right, that's what I mean. That's what I mean about everybody's like different journeys. Some people, when they came here for this little sojourn, cracking codes and all that, deciphering and breaking through illusions was not on their docket of to-dos this go around. You know, some of them could be young souls. They're just really here to just experience toes in the sand, the wind blowing through their hair, finances and how to budget and do those types of things. They didn't come here for the deep dive. But I think a lot of souls did. And not to mention, too, I mean, the way society is set up. I mean, is it not? It is a constant rat race. It's constant. You are bombarded with so much information, whether it be truth or lies, in soccer practice, and this and that bill, and then this bill, and the mortgage or rent, then the electric bill, then your streaming services, and it's just all these things of just to, so you can't even get 5 minutes to go, are they going to arrest anybody in these Epstein files, or is this just never going to happen? I mean, did you see in Congress 437 senators and representatives all voted, and this is cross-party lines now, so here we go, illusion breaking time, to suppress any sexual assault accusations? 437. I didn't look it up on Twitter. Hold on, because there's an exact number. It was like 335 or 435. That's all those motherfuckers. Okay, it's all of them. It's all of them. I've said it before. I'll say it again. We all know it. All of them. There was like 2 people, and they were women. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, let me read some of these. Hold on. Let me keep up with y'all's comments. Yeah, we are our master's mushrooms. Kept in the dark and fed. We grow under the shit. Create under it. Okay, you're talking about the frog. The magical toad. Yeah, they're trying to stop the very wave of energy permeating through all things. Permeating all things. Yeah, because there's a connection to a higher energy. And they'll do everything to suppress that. Everything. Tyson likes the toad. Can't tell the truth from lies anymore. It gets hard. It gets hard, but I'm getting real good at it. I'm getting really good at it. Wedge! Good evening, sir. You made it. What up, what up? What up, what up, what up? I got to get to X because I know I saw the post. I have to look up. I think it was Nancy Mace. She's the one who posted it. Again, she's one of the females who voted to bring to light the sexual misconduct of our senators and representatives. But 400 and some of were like, oh, no, I'm sorry, 357. Can't say how many it was. 357 members of Congress voted against releasing sexual harassment records. What does that tell you? That tells me there's about 357 people who need to be in handcuffs. Just saying. Woo. And again, so that illusion, come on. That's not hard to see, right? That's an easy one. That's like a slam dunk. Just dunk on them. Who and why would you go, no. We're just going to let out records of sexual harassment records going on here at Capitol Hill? No. Woo. No. Ooh, that was a close one. That was a close one. Because you heard about the lady. She came out. Now, I don't know. I tell you, Eric Swalwell must have pissed somebody off royally. Because these guys get away with this shit all the time. But when some lady gets to come out and tell her horrific story where the guy who was sleeping with a Chinese spy was choking her to the point of where she thought she was going to die. Like, you piss somebody off because these guys are all doing it without nothing in the papers, nothing on Twitter. It's just, shut up. Shut up. Just shut up. But Swalwell on blast like that, he pissed somebody off. Let's see. Slimbo, good evening. Thanks for joining. NASA is a TV show like WWE. Okay, and the U.S. government, none of it is real as we see it. It's all a big psyop. Slimbo, facts. That's what I do on the show. But you too, NASA's is. Wait till Big Mike rolls in. Wait till Big Mike pulls up with a car full of people when he pulls up here, because he thinks space ain't real either. Now the government, that is. Okay, literally everything that comes out on the TV, just assume the opposite. I don't care if you heard it on Fox. I don't care if you heard it on CNN, MSNBC. Just because they own all those networks. Yeah, they own all of those networks. And they're there to divide us. That's what they do. Hey, one side of the aisle gets one message, and then the other side of the aisle gets the opposite message. And then they'll just hate each other. They won't even know why. They're just going to walk around town throwing bricks at each other and being violent towards each other. That's what we want. While we go to islands and go eat and kill children. That's what we do. So that the peasants, they could just fight amongst themselves. So anything you hear on TV is bullshit. Now, the two-party system, it's not a two-party system. Got news for everybody. But you guys already know. But everybody who's maybe a new listener, the two-party system, it's not a two-party system. It's a one-party system, and they have roles. They have lines, they have roles, they have characters that they play. These motherfuckers lamp with each other. Eat finest steaks, lobsters, jerky, grape soda. Yeah, they do all that. But on TV, it's like they read their fucking lines. Read your lines, monkey. And then us, the seals at home, them, like, oh yeah, my slave master's better than yours. Okay, your slave master's better than mine. There's a manufactured story coming out of society, and there is truth that has always been there in the sacred plant ceremonies. You love the sacred plants. God put them here for you and for me. Big Mike, you're here. I see you. I'll be right there. Like entering that place where time doesn't exist, like where all life experience is stored. The Akashic Records, a living library of language and experience. Yes, it's very much like the Akashic Records there you're speaking of. Slimbo, a lie can travel halfway around the world while the truth is putting on its shoes. Yeah. I mean, think about it. I mean, that's more facts right there. We live in a day and age now where, and especially in this country, because I don't know much about how the rest of the world is. I know about America. Okay. And we live in a land where lies get rewarded and you get pushed to the tippity top for lying, and truth tellers get killed, their lives ruined, bankrupted, attacked. Yeah, truth tellers are the ones who suffer. And you'd have to think that's also a very suspicious behavior, isn't it? Somebody telling the truth, they gotta go. They gotta go. It's weird. But you can lie your fucking face off every day and get paid big buku bucks. You want to push lies? They got a job for you. EzraRefugee@gmail.com if you're interested. If anybody's listening, you can send me an email. That's my private email. You can send me an email. Slimbo, it's so easy to fool society. So many have a low level of awareness to reality. Yep. Television was the biggest mind control for the sheep. Yeah, them things are nothing. That's why they call them programs. Because they're programming. That's what they're doing. Like our brains, like the circuitry behind me. It's a very sophisticated, organic machine, apparatus, organ. And they have figured out ways to easily program us. And they've done it with ease. Like we were lab rats. You'd think wait, let me try to spit this out. You would have thought that they've been doing this for thousands of years. That's how good they are at it. Slimbo, they are all actors. Yep. Vrabel got off. Yeah. NFL Trump's politicians. Yeah, Wedge said that. Wedge knows. Don't mess with the Shield. Don't you mess with the Shield. It's a very powerful organization, that NFL, because they, like I've said this before, the NFL, the most manliest of men love football. Okay? So what better way to make sure that those are the guys you keep calm? When they were busting NBA point shaving, Cash Patel, big deal. You caught point shaving in the NBA. The baseball shit with the pitcher. Oh, busted cheating. You fucking gamblers. And then, of course, I was like, oh, great, boys. Here comes the NFL. The NFL's next. Not a peep. Not a peep. Not a peep. Because you don't want to piss off and throw away the manliest of men. You want to keep us preoccupied with bacon and barbecues and football season. But this is the deadest time of the NFL season, so I'm all kinds of jacked up. Let's go. But as soon as September hits and the season starts, I might only do Decoded one night a week. That's how it might go. I'm going to be busy. They are the new mob. Yeah. No, they're not the new mob. They were always the mob. They were just above Gambinos, above the Columbos, above the Bonanos, the Lucchese's. They were above them. I get mad. They know how to do it. Because there's no oversight. You can catch the mob. Soon as they came up with RICO statutes, soon as they could do RICOs, took the mob down. Boom. RICO. Who's overwatching government, huh? When they did it right in front of our face. Yeah, Hillary, this is James Comey. You remember 2016? Yeah, she had a private server in her basement. Not supposed to have that as Secretary of State. Can't have that. Oh, okay. What else? Anything going on with that server in her basement? Yeah. She was sending and receiving top secret classified emails. Oh, this bitch is in trouble. He listed like 30 felonies. He said them. He said it to the American people on national TV. And then at the very end of his listing all the felonies goes, but no reasonable prosecutor's going to bring up charges on her. Shit, you think they want to end up dead? Nah. So, all right, thank you, everybody. No questions. I'm out of here. You guys have a great night. And you're just like, okay, I see the game now. I see the game. I got it. I'm learning. I can be taught. The two-party system has been so professionally taken over. There is no choice, just an illusion of choice. Yeah, because both the people that they put up there, they're handpicked. There's no grassroots nothing. Get the fuck out of here. There's no grassroots nothing. They're picked. This one person's going to do this for us, and this other person's going to do that for us. Either one we need done. Either way, we need those things done. So it doesn't matter to us. Yeah. Pick evil 1 or evil 2. Ready, set, go. Like, all right. All paid actors. That's what our government is. Paid actors. Yeah. By us. We pay the actors. Like, I'm kidding. Sometimes I get crazy. That's deep Slimbo. Yeah, what the fuck is going on with this? So I haven't done any digging into this. But if I had to guess, were the scientists going to help us somehow? Were they going to expose something or show us something or give us something that actually improves our life that much? That's what my guess is. So they got to go. Those scientists gots to go. The government has literally told the truth. Never told the truth about a single thing. Ever. Ever. Like, literally, when I say think the opposite, I'm telling you, it's the complete inversion of what they say. If they fucking tell you the sky is blue, you better... It's going to be purple, okay? The sky's going to be pink. But they'll never tell you that, because that would mean they'd have to tell you the truth, and they don't do that. So they'll never come out and say the sky's blue. But yeah, that's all they've done is lie. And it's been going on a super duper long time. Slimbo, what a fucked up story with plenty of holes in it. Revisit Stephen Paddock and the Las Vegas. Yeah, that festival. What the government told everyone was complete bullshit. Yeah. Same thing with more recently Charlie Kirk. Even more, a little bit after that, the Epstein files and all the movement going on by Israel in the Middle East. And we don't get no info. We don't tell us shit. Tell us lies. That's what they've been telling us lies since forever. Big Mike, I'm glad to see you're in, Big Mike. Because that was the point I didn't get to bring up last show, too. I don't want to start falling behind on these comments, but you boys keep them rolling in. I love it. Keeps this thing rolling. However, one of the biggest lies, Big Mike, because I'm going to keep working on you. One of the biggest lies they ever did, and this was the Vatican, was they told everybody the fucking world was flat. And everybody believed them. Why did they tell everybody the world was flat? Because they wanted fucking dumb motherfuckers to think that if they went and sailed across the ocean blue, that they'd fall off the fucking side. They didn't want nobody leaving. They knew the earth wasn't flat, but they made everybody believe it was, and they believed it for hundreds of years. As a matter of fact, when scientists came out and said that the earth wasn't flat, that it was round, what did the Vatican do to them? They threw them in prison. Sometimes worse. Remember Galileo? Galileo said the earth wasn't the center of the universe. They threw his ass in prison too. And so now then when advances in science come along and the earth's round, wouldn't that be the greatest thing to get people to believe that the earth was flat again? That'd be genius. Yeah, tell them the fucking earth's flat again. We'll pay a few guys to go out there and start YouTube channels and just really write some books. Just push it. Let's get them thinking the earth's flat again. It's diabolical. People think world gone to hell so violent. The world's been violent since the beginning. Yes, Cain killed Abel. Third person on earth killed fourth person on earth. We couldn't make it 3 people before a murder happened. Oh, that's funny. It's funny because it's true. That's if you want to go off a biblical text. Rudy Giuliani was credited for bringing the mob down. Yeah. That dude sounds like a mobster. Say yes. He just works for a different family. Okay, forget about it. He works for the good guys. Yeah, because the government was mad that they were getting taken advantage of. The nerve. The nerve of people thinking they can get over on the government. They're going to get you. Check out Trump's dad's lawyer, Roy Cohn. I can already figure it out with that last name. She wasn't afraid to order a hit either. She wasn't. The moniker of Hillary was made for a reason. Yeah, 60 plus bodies on that list, Wedge. 60 plus. And what's up with all these ex-presidents, chefs dying? Okay, because it wasn't just the black chef that the Obamas threw off a cliff. There's more chefs that died. You know, probably because they were going through withdrawal from the jerky. And they're like, oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God, I'm shivering. I can't sleep. I need jerky. Hey, and they asked their chef who comes to the house to cook, do you know how to make, do you think you could cook a child? And the chef's like, what? Say that again. Do you think you can make chili? Oh, yeah, I could do chili. You're not feeling good? You want some chili? Okay. And because he knows what he heard, he gets thrown off a fucking cliff. I'm just saying, that's an example. There's no facts. I have no proof of that whatsoever. I'm just saying, I read the Epstein files a little bit. Our misleaders are not elected. They're selected by the elites. Correct. Yes. His wife is something. Find some video of Roy Cohn, like right now? You want me to throw it up? They all know the jerky recipes. Fucking ain't right, they do. You fucking ain't right. I think there's a little bit of a shortage, though. Okay? This is much like, but they've been put on hold. It's a little bit like a drug spot. Okay, I'm from Chicago. Okay? I've copped drugs in my past. Okay? If a cop comes through or a whole little operation arrests a block who's selling, they'll, a couple of the guys get put in cuffs and they take them off. They put that spot on hold because it's hot now, right? Because I'd be trying to drive through to cop my dope and they'd be like, no, we on hold. We on hold. All right, shit. Now I got to go 3 blocks down because they're not on hold. But that's what the elites are. I think they're kind of like on hold because there's so much attention on it right now, and we're not letting it go. We're not letting it go, which I think is great. Because not just me, there's other people not letting this shit go. Like, no, yeah, war with Iran, fine, whatever. Can we get some names? Can we get some names in those files, please? But gas is down 20 cents now. It went up $1, but it's back down 20 cents. What do you say? Names, please. We want names to those files. And they're like, fuck. No matter what we throw at these people, they're not letting these fucking files go. So, be careful what they're throwing at us. Oh, shit. You give me some Red Hot Chili Pepper lyrics. Oh, yeah, ain't she? Something's up. Something stinks. Something stinks with that one. Because the rabbit hole you'd have to go down with her is a bit crazy. When you have to do it step by step and think about she's a Mossad agent who is on some mission to sink her succubus claws into Charlie Kirk. Have his babies. 2 daughters by him. Just for the whole setup of wow. The levels of wow. If it's true. But she looks evil as shit though. There's like some like little videos, right, of her still shots or whatever. She got them fucking eyes where you're like, I don't know about that one. It's like a skinwalker. Right, Red Hot Chili Peppers. I hate that song. Bringing up old memories and shit. Nice. You're getting a green screen, cheap headphones, and a webcam next weekend. Yes. Excellent. Excellent, Smithers. Release the hounds. Nice. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, it's crazy. That was a hell of a branch down. But yeah, okay. Don't forget, folks, 357 members of Congress voted against releasing any records of sexual harassment going on in D.C. Okay? Those are the same 357 motherfuckers who don't want us to know whose names are in the Epstein files, okay? Are we connecting dots? La, 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 la. Oh, might as well give it a test run on Thursday. Wedge, yes. What Wedge said. Set it up. Give it a test run on Thursday. Because we're going live, boys. Going live with the draft party. You know what I do want to show you? Holy crap. Who did I see show this? Kurt Metzger. Kurt Metzger's nuts. I want you guys to know this. If you don't follow him on Twitter, you should. Kurt Metzger is the guy who will sometimes be on Jimmy Dore's show. And he's deep in the rabbit hole. I thought I was deep. I really did. I almost wanted to start patting myself on the back. Kurt Metzger's like 15 levels deeper. He knows a thing or two about a thing or two. Anyways, he's on this guy's show and he's ranting and raving and he's doing what I'm doing. And look up this, look up that, read this book, look at that. This is, I mean, dude, he filled my head. It was like an hour show. My head filled up with so much shit. Anyways, when it comes to, oh man, the stuff that goes on in Hollywood, right? It's like this with what goes on in our government with everything that was going on Epstein's Island. We all know at Diddy's freak off parties. That's some weird shit, bro. What they did to Bieber for him to drive that Ferrari that night, again, terrible stuff. They're into terrible things. Okay, those aren't fun freak offs. Okay, in your mind, you think of an innocent, fun freak off. It's like basically a big orgy. No, that would be normal. Okay, a big giant orgy. That would be normal compared to shit they're doing. Anywho, have you guys ever heard of he created and the writer of Star Trek? Roddenberry? He does an interview with somebody, and like the way these people are with their children, it's awful what they do to their children. Gene Roddenberry. Let me YouTube this clip and you can watch this interview he has. Well, anyways, like people are really goofy with their kids in Hollywood. They put them through, I mean, like when you talk about like this whole trans thing, have you seen the percentage of Hollywood's actors and actresses' kids are trans? It's like it's mathematically impossible. Mathematically impossible. Just throwing that out there. But then there's doing things like, who's the guy, the actor who got killed by his kid? Right? That happened a few weeks ago, a few months ago. And then you start finding out that the kid was subjected to some pretty weird shit. No wonder he snapped. No wonder he had drug problems. He had mental issues, and he snapped and murdered his father. And then when you start to see the footage, like when they kissed, he made him kiss him on the mouth. I don't know. I've never kissed my dad on the mouth. We did like side cheek type of deal. And hugs. Lots of hugs. Ain't nothing wrong with hugs. But kissing on the mouth? Well, anyways, that actor, and why can't I think of his name? It's eluding me. Very popular actor, by the way. Very household name actor. Murdered by his son. Anyways, when you look at photographs on Hollywood red carpets and stuff, that actor who got murdered by his son was on camera kissing his father on the lips. So it's like maybe it's a thing that they do in there. That's fine. Still a little weird though. But they're doing weird things to their kids. I'm going to find this Gene Roddenberry. Okay? Gene Roddenberry. And we're going to play this interview. And I just want you to hear him talk and answer questions in this interview. Rob Reiner, thank you, Wedge. Oh, 56 seconds. So this will be nice and quick. Okay. So it's Will Smith. Yeah, him too. Right? Him too. As a matter of fact, there's been stories about Will Smith. You heard about that one dude who worked on a movie with him? And he wasn't like another actor or anything. He was like his assistant or something. They were looking for Will Smith. They couldn't find him. And they had said, hey, would you go check his trailer? He's probably in his trailer, because they couldn't find him anywhere. So the guy goes out to his trailer, and he kind of just walks in. He didn't knock and walk in. And he said when he walked in, Will Smith was getting his cheeks clapped by another dude. I mean, he said his cheeks were getting murdered. I was like, oh. And that's why he's not interested in Jada Pinkett. That's why Jada was sleeping with their kid's friend, because he's not even into women, Will Smith. Why isn't he into women? Oh, because he had to pay the toll. Remember the toll? Pull down your pants, bend over, spread them. Prepare for penetration. You ready for the big time? Hey, kiddo, I thought you were ready for the big time. You know the toll. Don't play dumb. That shit fucks you up. Especially like when they're kids, that they ruin a child's life. That's why Rob Reiner and his wife were killed by their kid. Because the kid was subjected to crazy stuff. And if you don't think that they're into goofy shit in Hollywood, which I know you all are, I know you are, you better keep his name out. Keep my wife's name out your mouth. All right, so no, here is, let me pull it up. Here is the creator of Star Trek, Rob Reiner. Star Trek. And an interview where he talks about his daughters. He has daughters.
Would you tell us a little bit about your family?
I've been very fortunate in family. I've had 2 marriages, both happy. In my first marriage, I had 2 lovely daughters, and I had the joy in that marriage of girls. And girls are such delicious, sweet-smelling, wonderful things. I can still remember when they would be so clean and their hair done, their starched dresses, and how when they would bend over, the dresses would come up, and you'd see the panties, and they just, little girls are just totally beautiful things, and I was happy. I was lucky with my girls.
Yeah, I bet you were. I bet you were, demon. I bet you were. That's, huh? About that. About them. About those apples. About them apples. It's crazy shit, ain't it? That crazy? That's nuts. Just, and this is like what I thought about Biden a little bit. Like, hey, we're recording right now, sir. We're recording right now, okay? But Biden, he's on TV, right? And he groped a little girl on C-SPAN. And I had said to myself, I said, oh, these people are so desensitized to that type of behavior that they don't even know that they're doing it in front of other people who don't do that. Sir, maybe don't grab that 10-year-old's breast area, stupid face. The cameras are rolling. This is live. Would you knock it off? Right? So he did that, and he grabbed her arm, and he pulled her close, and this girl wanted nothing to do with him. She was doing this. As he's like forcing himself like in her face, like, yo, the cameras are rolling, dog. You're on national TV right now, dog. What are you doing? Yeah, no, what he's doing is he's so used to it that it's nothing. How about his daughter's diary? You guys hear about his daughter's diary? I don't think I covered his daughter's diary on the show. Maybe I did when we first started. In her diary, she wrote when she was 13 to about 16 years old, She'd be in the shower. He'd get in the shower with her, butt naked. 13 through 16. Just get in the shower with her. What the fuck? What the fuck? Are you kidding me? Like by the age of 5, I stopped bathing my daughters. And probably even before then. When they were teeny tiny, I would bathe them in their little baby bathtub. And that's it. My wife took it from there. All of my kids, actually. They reach a certain age. I'm like, yep, see you later. You got this, kiddo. No, 13 to 16. Because there was a second there. I swear it. There was. I'm very empathetic guy. I am. I put up a very nice rough exterior, and it's good. But because I have to. I have to psychically protect myself. So I put up a wall. But I'm very empathetic. And when he was running for president, I felt bad for him. I honestly felt bad for him. I was angry with Jill. I'm sorry, Dr. Jill Biden. Thinking like, that's your husband, crazy lady, bitch. He's dying of dementia, and you're going to wheel him out there to be president of the United States? You selfish bitch. This guy can't string 2 words together. This is elder abuse. I don't like that shit. Don't fuck with kids and don't fuck with our elderly. It's like my biggest. Don't fuck with kids. Don't fuck with our elders. It's like the great cycle of life. Because as we get old, our brains turn right back to babies again. So we've got to protect them. They can't defend themselves against monsters. And his wife is a fucking monster for wheeling him out there because she wanted the power. She wanted the money. That poor fucking guy didn't know what he was doing from one day to the next. That was elderly abuse. And I started to fucking feel bad for him. Until I remembered the diary. And I was like, oh, yeah, he's a demon. Fuck him. I fully believe this is a circus. All for us just to be entertained. It's not entertaining, man. Okay, when you start breaking down the illusions and find out what the end game is, it's not entertaining. You immediately start like if you got a life sentence, right, and you're going to prison, every day I'd be looking for a way out. Every day. I'm like, I could wonder if I could dig with a plastic spoon through the flooring over there. No, it would take me my whole life. How about when I'm out at rec? Can I get over that razor wire? I mean, I'll get all fucking cut up, but you know what? I'm going to give it a try. Like, that's what it turns into. Like, how the fuck can we get out of this? Because it ain't pretty. What the end game is. It ain't pretty. Spirit of 76-14. Who would win the Super Bowl? 85 Bears versus the 72 Dolphins. Come on. Do you understand where you're at right now, Spirit? Look at, you see this right here? Do you see the hat? Do you know my other shows? Come on. I don't know. I tell you what, I'd give the 72 Dolphins a 64-point lead. Just to start the game. We haven't even done kickoff yet. 72 Dolphins, I'll do it better. 100-point lead. Bears, 300. Dolphins, 100. Game over. That's who's going to win that one. Thanks for the question. I appreciate you, Spirit. Thank you. Whatever happened to Richard Hoagland? I don't know. Let me find out. Sacks win Super Bowls. 85 Bears would sack Bob Greasy 7 times in the Super Bowl, and it would be a blowout. Thank you, Slimbo. Thank you. See? I told you, Spirit. You got to... Come on. Who's your team, Spirit? Aren't you a Bears fan? All right, let me go back here real quick. Let me find out. Richard Hoagland. We could do this on the fly. I'm not worried about being put on any lists. I'm already on lists. So let's find out. Oh, he's a science advisor. Uh-oh. So we're going to start the digging. We start off basic. Okay. Richard Hoagland. Born in 1945. He's an old guy. He's an American author, former science advisor for CBS News, and a proponent of various conspiracy theories about NASA, lost alien civilizations on the moon, and Mars. You know what? Just off these first two sentences, I like this guy already. All right. Hoagland has been documented to misappropriate others' professional achievements and has been described as a conspiracy theorist. Yet we know the CIA coined that term. That word doesn't mean shit anymore. You know, the CIA thinks of words and then introduce them into society's language so that we'll use them, so that, you know, somebody who does ask questions, who thinks that they're being lied to by their government, people will just, and other people will do it. Other slaves, just like you and me. Other slaves will tell us, get out of here, you fucking conspiracy theorist. And that's supposed to shut the conversation down, because it does. Nobody likes being called that. When you're like, hey, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm just saying, like, I'm literally seeing 75 lines in the sky, and you're telling me that that's nothing? I was asking questions. I didn't need to be called names that discredit me as a human being, free thinker, but thank you, fellow slave, for putting me in my place. Hoagland would talk about the glass shards they found on the moon of the Eden, the safe place where the humanoids were kept until Enlil destroyed the world with a flood. Oh, this is my guy. Okay, I didn't know he was Zechariah Sitchin adjacent. I did not know that. That's cool. Slimbo, you're a musician? And the mind is the master, but the real self is the spirit, soul, conscious. We're going to start a band. Big Mike sings. I play guitar. I play bass. I have music. I produce music right here in this very office. I do my podcast. I sit here like a mad scientist, write music. And then I use DistroKid to distribute it everywhere. My music is everywhere. As a matter of fact, tonight, if you follow me on Twitter, you would have seen my post. We have a music video for one of my bands. Music video, folks. Music video. That the other band members, they filmed their parts, but they sent me the footage. I recorded my own footage. I went into DaVinci Resolve because I do video editing as well. Did the video, but yeah, the song, I wrote it. Bassline guitars is what I play. My drummer, who was one of my very good high school best friends, plays drums. And then he had a mutual friend who sang. So we started a band. Yeah, we shared the video. I wonder if I shared it on here, would I get popped? How many of you guys in the audience are wearing headphones? Are any of you guys are watching the show on a good sound bar? I'm nervous. I don't want to play. We just posted it. I'm scared. Thanks, Slimbo. But for real, any of you guys on headphones or good sound system? Wedge? Oh yeah, you saw it. Yeah, so 10th House Records, that's my record label, and the band is Thorns Like Us. You're watching it now. I was going to share it on the show. But I just wanted to make sure everybody had good listening devices, because if you try to listen to it off your cell phone speakers, I mean, it fucking sucks. You're not going to hear like any low end, no bass line, and I'm grooving. Okay? Grooving. No headphones for you, Slimbo. That's all right. The link for 10th House Records is down in the description of this video. So whatever, you give a follow. I mean, I don't know how often really we're going to put out videos. I mean, we have a shit ton of songs, but it's a lot of work to do videos. It's a lot of work. A lot of work. Because you got to take footage that they're recording. You got to sync it all up. It has to be right. Then there's effects, there's lighting, It's a whole damn thing. It's so much easier just to mix and master, because that's the other part of the job I love. I like writing the songs, but then when I get the drums tracks, I gotta mix it, but I can only mix it to a certain point, because by the time vocals come in, now I'm gonna spurg out on you guys about how to mix songs. When vocals come in, the frequencies of vocals and drums, they combat each other because they share kind of the same frequencies in the frequency band. So I don't go too deep in the drums until I get the vocals. Then when I get the vocals in, then I could go ahead and start separating frequencies and whatnot. But I'm a music nerd, junkie. Oh, any music though, I use headphones just while listening to content. No headphones. Okay. That makes sense. Because you don't really need like good sound quality if you're just listening to some moron rant about aliens and government conspiracies. You could just have that on a speakerphone. For sure. Yeah. That's how you really can, you can really, what's the word? Immerse yourself in the song by nice cans like this. These are pretty decent. These aren't Audio-Technica's best. This is like their tier under, but hey, you're back. Thanks. Did you listen to it on headphones? It's very important. So you could really hear the mix job. But yeah, so this guy here, Hoagland, he's of the Sitchin tree. Because if he's talking Enlil and all this and that, he's speaking my language. Sumerian tablets, baby. And that's where we get all those old biblical tales. So earlier, Slimbo, when you were talking about we made it 3 humans deep and we're already at murder. Well, that's because we're hybrids of the Anunnaki who came here, and they gave us their reptilian brains, which does have the quality of the fight or flight response, jealousy, anger, murderous, because that's how they were. Like if you read the Sumerian tablets, that's how they behaved, and that is exactly how we behave. People jealous and hating on people who are doing things. Cat Williams, how he says you can't have enough haters. Can't have enough haters. You can't. If you got haters, you're doing something right. Oh, you didn't? Okay. Oh, yeah, I mean, when you get around to it, put on some headphones and give that song a re-listen. And just because, again, I know, again, little speakers like this, they don't capture low end really that well. So I'm telling you, and I was ripping on bass on that one. Bass is not my favorite or my goat. That's not my wheelhouse, bass. But because I could play guitar, obviously I could play bass. So I know how to noodle and go up and down my scales and do all that good stuff. But for that song particularly, I was on one that day. We went fishing in Botswana. Who went fishing in Botswana? Where the hell is Botswana? South Africa. South Africa in the Abzu. You went fishing in the Abzu. That's just north of Johannesburg. The Abzu would be like way more south, a little bit of that, like really close to the water. Because that's where they first started mining, really, like right there. I should have had a whole presentation done, but Spirit, I think you asked this before. Bush Jr. says that. It just cracks me up. Oh. We went fishing in Botswana. That's in Africa. Like he's fucking Bush Jr. Yeah, Spirit, I think you've asked this before. Constitutional Convention. What is your obsession with Constitutional Convention, Spirit? I forgot what my answer was. I think first I needed to look up what you were meaning by it. But I think your meaning by it, if I'm recalling right, was because you asked it a long time ago. Kind of like about reframing the Constitution. Like we need a sit down and rehash that whole thing out. First, we need to get rid of the two parties. Let's start there. Let's keep the Constitution where it is right now. Leave it intact. But all the pedophiles in Congress need to get the fuck arrested and get the fuck out. Then, once we have people put in that we could vote for who don't diddle children, then we can sit down and talk about, reforming and reshaping the Constitution a little bit. First step's got to happen first. You can't have venomous snakes at the meeting of trying to reshape because they try to reshape the Constitution all the time as it is. What more freedoms can we take away from these fucking slaves, these plebs? I don't know, but we got people in think tanks just drawing shit up all day. We're on it. Because somewhere like we could add in the Bill of Rights, like, I don't know, don't diddle kids. I think maybe the founding fathers should have wrote that one in. They forgot that one. But no, if you don't mind, Spirit, can you elaborate on your question, please, so I can answer it? Just elaborate a little bit more. Even if you got to type some long ass thing, that's fine. I'll read it out loud and I'll answer it to the best of my knowledge and ability. No, it's just my sense of humor. Inside joke. You got to look up Bush Jr. saying that. I wonder if that. One of my favorite pastimes was to look up Bushisms, because some of the shit that he said was absolutely just hysterical, like hysterical. And some of the things that he said were so hysterical that Will Ferrell, did you see his HBO special where he was totally in character of Bush Jr.? I mean, that shit was awesome. It was so awesome. So we're getting rid of the 19th Amendment. Nice! What's the 19th Amendment? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. How do I not know? The 19th Amendment? Hold on. Is Big Mike, is it what I think it is? Am I going to laugh my ass off? Please. Please, please. This better be women voting. This better be women voting. I'm about to hit enter. I did. I knew it. Okay. We are going to sit at the table. Yes, Big Mike. We are going to rethink that whole thing. Oh, shit. So, yeah, Create, you saw it. Yeah, it was so good. It was so good. And Wedge is like it is. Wedge knew the 19th Amendment. I had a feeling, because at first I'm like, 19th Amendment? Is that the one where we get rid of the president because he's crazy? No, that's like the 25th or 26th. Is that the one? We get rid of him because I go, no, wait, 19th? This is women voting. Well, we did, look at, we just, I'm not saying that we're not going to have it in there. It needs to be revisited. The whole thing, Bill of Rights, the amendments, they all kind of just need to be, let's talk about it. That's what I'm saying. Let's have a conversation. Please, I hope Amanda is not in the chat right now. Or my wife. I'm just teasing. It's pure coincidence that the downfall of our society was right around that time. That's all I'm saying. It was coincidental. Relax, folks. Relax. Yeah, I said that. I said that earlier on the show. That's what I said. Because he knows. And this is how another deal, how I know that they're all in on it. Since when is CNN going to show a poll, and they've done it twice, to my knowledge, twice that I've seen. So it could be more times, twice. CNN's going to tell America and the people who watch them that Trump's approval rating, the first time, remember, 100%. And this was like right after we got the Epstein files, but, of course, they're all redacted. The guy on CNN who does the polls, he's been there for a long time. Here's Trump's approval rating with his voters, and he circles the touch screen, 100%. And I'm immediately like, wrong? Bullshit? Do you guys do nothing but lie? That's literally all you do. But why would they lie for him? Right? If it's the CNN I know would be like, this fucking clown, his approval rating's at 30%. Yeah, real great. Maybe we need to talk about that 25th Amendment, because he's lost his fucking marbles. No. I'm like 100%, and they're going to say that out loud? Because, again, the CNN that I know, let's say it hypothetically was 100%. Say gas was 50 cents a gallon. He cured cancer, and he gave us all $1 million. And his approval rating was at 100%. CNN would fucking tell us that it's at 20. Right? Right or wrong? So what's the fucking play here? Why are you telling us it's 100%? I know damn well it's not. And he knows, because to what Create just said, he knows it ain't either. So he's trying to do these things. I gotta bring Joe Rogan. Joe, what do we got? What can we do? What's one of your most important things you'd like to do? I mean, Rogan probably like, I don't know, I'd like to help our veterans who suffer from PTSD. I mean, especially, all the wars they go off on, they come back, they're all fucked up, and nothing helps these guys, except for the last number of years. It's got to be 5-10 years now. They've been microdosing these guys with shrooms, and it's like, it's helped them. Like, it seriously has helped them. Okay, come to the Oval Office. We'll make a big photo op, and all the slaves will clap like seals. Or. Which, again, I'm for helping the veterans. Man, a PTSD ain't no joke. Can you imagine seeing the things that they saw? Horrific. War sucks. Which is a whole nother talk. We can go down that. But no, they come back and they're all fucked up. And what does the government do for them? Jack shit. You're on your own. Go get a job at Walmart or something. This guy just saw his buddies get blown up, or they themselves got injured and maimed and can't sleep at night. And it's just, dude. But the government is now, they're going to get involved. They're going to throw their hat into the mushroom ring now. When I wonder what schedule they had that fucking thing at to throw your ass in prison. But since they can go ahead and get in on it, can we tax it? Can we GMO it? You think we could GMO mushrooms? Yeah, we got the best scientists in the world. You're damn tootin'. We'll make those mushrooms so unhealthy. You just get worried about that. Because, again, anything the government touches, do they make it better? Never. In the history of government, has the government ever made anything better? If you can name one, I will wait. Actually, I should make that a ticker at the bottom of the screen. Name me one fucking thing the government's done that's made our life better. I should put a statute on it. Because I want to say, like, ever. How about that for a time frame? Ever. Name me one time the government's made our lives better. Ever. Maybe since the Constitution was written. Since then. Because, freedom of speech, super important. That's good to have that kind of set up. Isn't that silly that a document would have to be written for that? Shouldn't that already kind of be like something you're born with that you already should know? And that any king or queen or government should respect right out of the gates? Yeah, you could say what you want. But it's been history since the beginning of time that, motherfuckers oppress other motherfuckers. Erase and burn down your whole fucking history. It's happened over and over and over and over again. And I can't help but think, like, if watching the landscape of what's going on right now in this country, they're busting the joint out. That's what's happening. The American experiment, it's over. It's done. The Rothschilds are done with this experiment. It is over. So what do they do in the mafia? Hey, going back to whoever it was that said that they're like the mob. I forgot who it was. I'm sorry, because you guys are all chatting tonight. This is fucking great. Just like the mob does, when you can't borrow another dollar, the bank ain't going to borrow you another fucking dime. What do? You burn the place to the ground. That's what you do. So you got politicians selling us out to the highest bidder. You got our whole fucking all of our representatives in Congress compromised by Epstein files, so they're pretty much going to do shit what they're told anyways. But it's done here. It's done. Because we're not voting our way out of this. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who we vote for. Doesn't matter. You can't control psychedelics, only the narrative about them. Sure. Unless they change the cow food. Okay? Unless they start putting shit in cow feed. That will affect those shrooms when you lift up the shit pie and get your shrooms out of there. Yeah, these sacred plants, they bring you right to the core of your issues. They truly are medicines. Yeah, I mean, because, like, again, when you talk about, like, psychedelic trip outs or traveling through doorways, if you will, taking a peek behind the veil, what's going on out there? Astral body, going someplace else, like you said, talking with guides, talking with creator gods who are really telling you what the hell's going on here and all that good shit. When you know what I mean? Like, but it will also help us see the corruption of our leaders. We will expect better of ourselves and in turn expect better from our leaders. Yeah, like with guillotines. That's what I expect. Guillotines. Let's roll them up to Capitol Hill, boys. Guillotines. You guys could either just go ahead and clean out your offices and go to fuck home, crawl under a rock and I don't ever want to see you again, or guillotines. The choice is yours. I'm going to give you an option. What about all that government marijuana? That shit's strong as fuck. All right, you guys want weed? We're going to give you weed, all right. We're going to give you the strongest shit. You're going to enter psychosis every time you smoke it. We always get stuck with the checks. We already know that. They can make bad decisions, cripple their, because I'll speak on the banks, 2009, right? Predatory loans. So they made the predatory loans. They knew these people looking for loans couldn't afford the shit, but they were like, yeah, I gave it to them. Because they'll default on it. We'll take the home. Boom, we'll flip it. Well, they lost their asses. And the taxpayers had to bail them out. Okay? And now, if there's any inflation in fuel, in oil, the cost of the barrels of oil, the big conglomerates they don't pay the difference. They're going to be like, wait, it costs this much to ship our shit now? I'm not eating that. Oh, no, don't worry, boss. You're not going to eat it. We just jack up the prices at the stores. The plebs, they'll pay it. They don't have a choice. They don't have a choice. They're going to pay the thing. They're going to pay the inflation. So, because we're so dependent on the system that they created, we're dependent on it. I don't have garden going yet. I don't have livestock. I don't have chickens. Nothing. I have to depend on a grocery store. So at any point they want to turn that off, I'm fucked right now. This is why I'm saying we gotta get our gardens going, boys. Got a chicken coop and a garden. But my point is that we pay the inflated prices. They see record profits and go, oh, whoa. Hey, what happens when the cost of oil goes back down? Well, we're supposed to lower the prices. No, I don't think so. And we'll lower it like 0.5%. How about that? We'll lower it a little. But at these last quarter, did you see our profits last quarter? Holy shit. No, we're not lowering shit. That's it. And that's how it is. Because if our lawmakers gave a shit about us, and then you don't want too much government intervention, but you could have the government be like, no, I'm sorry, Kraft cheese. You're lowering that fucking price because gas went back down. You don't get to charge exuberant prices still. Back them bitches back down. No, because they pay our lawmakers to not write that law, okay? So it's not there. Like big pharmaceutical companies. They're putting out medications that are hurting people. And you can't sue them. Why can't you sue them? Oh, because our lawmakers were paid to write a bill that they can't fucking get sued. They're not held liable. We're not voting our way out of this. I can't say it enough. The plants are vastly more intelligent than we are, correct, because they don't speak. I believe animals are as well. Because they don't speak. Wasn't Morrison's dad CIA? I wouldn't be shocked. Charles Manson was. Speaking of more psychedelics. So I wouldn't be shocked. You think we'll get the peaceful healing mushroom people? Or the Viking berserker mushroom craze? That's what I'm talking about. Create, you see it. That's what's going to happen. These poor guys they're going to be treating with PTSD are going to be turned into super predator, super soldier, predator, crazed killers. It's anything they fucking touch, they fuck it up. Just leave the way God intended. The way the mushroom grew under the shit or the heat and moisture, and there's all different ways. Just leave it alone. Okay? The frog, leave it alone. Leave the frog alone. Just leave it be. The government, you don't need to meddle with that. Okay? Get gas down to $2, please. Can we do that? And can we get some names? Can we unredact some names? You're worrying about shrooms, but that was Trump was doing that. He was trying to save face because he knows his approval rating ain't 100%. So he's doing what he can, but it's not working. The Big Short was such a great movie. The guy that saw that the crash coming, now his biggest investment is in land with fresh water. He says the newest thing will be clean water access. Yeah, that'd be lovely if we can get that. Michael Berry. Nothing like the taste of cow poop in PS1. Oh, my God. But yeah, man. So let's do a thing. You're all in here now. There's 12 of you. Thank you so much for showing up. I really do appreciate it. If this is your first time, please, if you would be so kind, hit the like, hit the subscribe while the stream is going. That helps boost my algorithm a bunch. If you guys just take 1 second to close the chat, hit the like, and then come right back in the chat. But I want to know what you guys So hit the like, come back in the chat, and tell me how much gas has gone down by you. I'll tell you right now, for me, 20 cents. And what I'm getting from MAGAs, I'm conservative. I'm not MAGA. I am conservative. I'm not going to believe everything that Trump tells me. I'm going to look at his actions, and that's how I'm going to judge what you're doing. This doesn't mean shit to me. He could do this all day long. Doesn't mean shit to me. But there are a lot of MAGA supporters who do listen to this and go, nope, okay, no, he said it, so it's going to happen. You got to trust him, bro. I'm not trust him, bro. I'm not that guy. I'm not trust me, bro. I'm not. Can't do it. Not when it comes to government. I don't care what Trump's done or what he's proven to people. I'm not trust me, bro guy. Can't do it. You're going to show me with your actions. Then I'll trust you, bro. Anyways, how much has gas gone down in your neck of the woods? You don't have to tell me where you're at. I know where most of you are at already. But from the gas prices in the last week, for me, it has gone down. I'll say that. But I'm not going to start dick riding over 20 cents. When the gas goes down the full $1 that it went up, I'll think about dick riding. I'll think about it, but I'm not gonna. I'll tell you my answer is no. I'm not dick riding if the gas goes back to where it was. Asshole, we were supposed to drill baby drill, which would have got us to fucking under $3. So it's down 30 cents by you. 377. I paid 380 today. I paid 380. So 377 by you. Create 360, but you were paying 421. Oh, for what you driving, a Scat Pack? You got a Charger? What are you driving? For premium and shit. He's paying 421 for premium. But 360, okay. And then Romy, it'll go back up. So the pessimist in me wants to say that as well. Like, it's just going to go back up. But it has gone down 20 cents where I'm at. So I can't argue with that, right? I'm not going to deny facts. It's gone down 20 cents. But I'm not going to start clapping like seals and, again, start dick riding or put the crown on them. Bitch, get the gas back down to where the fuck it was. Take it down the whole $1, please. And then we can talk about the whole thing that I've been bitching about the whole time he's been in. Drill, baby, drill. I haven't heard a fucking thing about it. The word is mum on drill, baby, drill. I guess his handlers. Don't say he has handlers. He doesn't have bosses. Look. I don't think Trump has bosses or handlers. But he's got people in his fucking ear. I'll say that. Maybe he is his own man and he makes his own decisions, but he's got fucking people in his ear. The ear that they clipped. The ear that they winged. Though I shouldn't make a joke about it. A fucking red-blooded firefighter lost his life that day. It's fucked up. But, drill, baby, drill. Can we please? Can we? Because, again, that's the whole thing. We have our own oil. So if we drill, baby, drill, and we start using our own motherfucking pipelines, we can get back to a glorious day where gas was $2. But this goes back to the whole fucking thing that I've been saying. When the shit goes up, because COVID did that, right? We were all putting stickers of Joe Biden pointing at the gas pump saying, I did that. Because of the whole thing with COVID. Whoop! And he shut the pipelines. Day one, Biden did. He shut the pipelines. When they see the profit margins, they're like, yeah, Americans are never getting that again. For a lot of reasons, the economy is a very multi-layered thing where one thing affects the other, affects the other, affects the other. So I get it. So $2, will we ever get $2? No. $2.50? Can we get there? Can we do the $2.50? Can I get a $2.50, 20, 25, 30, 35, 45, 50, 45, 55, like, what the fuck? But we're cheering 20 cents, 30 cents, 40 cents. We're Hooray. See? He wasn't bullshit. You got to trust him, bro. You got to trust him. Nah. That's putting too much faith in somebody who's got way too many ears whispering in his ear. Too many heads whispering in his ear. Can't do it. Just can't do it. I'm a little fucked up, I think, maybe. I'm not going to go, oh, what did he say? Okay, no, yeah, I'll take that as fact. Yeah, sure. When the end result and the actions are something totally different. I just can't. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Subaru. That buddy. Buddy? Create, buddy. You know me, Subaru. You got to put premium in Subarus? Man, Subaru ain't fucking around. You ain't put no cheap shit in our cars. Joe Rogan is using Trump. I don't believe in my heart that he's giving Trump a pass. Joe Rogan using Trump? He doesn't need nothing from him. Joe Rogan's, he did the thing, man. $125 million Spotify payout day. Probably sponsors, and not to mention all the money he gets from YouTube. You don't need Trump for nothing. Joe Rogan. I mean, Trump needs Joe Rogan. He needed him. Please, Joe, I need you to come straight away. I'll send the jet right away. I need you from Austin to get to D.C. immediately. Yeah. So that's more scientists who mysteriously passed away. Guys who invented and made hydrogen engines. Hydrogen's the most abundant element in the universe. More than carbon? Hydrogen will burn in our current engine designs. You just need to have better valves and valve seats. Really? I did not know that. And what is the exhaust from hydrogen? Water. No more pollution. That's why they had to go. Okay? Because again, it would have improved human life and quality of life that much. They won't improve our shit this much. They're not going to let us have that much. Can't happen. Can't happen, won't happen. Not going to happen. Oof. Oof. Ooh. Yeesh. 160 a week. Oh boy. Bob Lazar has a hydrogen car. He does? See, he's in on it too. I used to like Bob Lazar, but things like this, what you just said, create, start to raise little flags. Spidey senses start tingling. Yes, he's driving around in a hydrogen car and he ain't fucking dead. Instead of pressurized hydrogen tanks, he stores the hydrogen in a substance known as hydrite, which keeps the hydrogen safe and not so volatile and explosive. Damn, Mike. Damn, Big Mike. I know. See? Drill, baby, drill. I know, Big Mike, you got to be asking that too. I thought this, as you're pumping gas, you're just like, I thought this motherfucker said we were going to drill, baby, drill. Where the fuck is that at? When's this happening? And he did it to an old Camaro? Camaro town? No shit. Yeah, see, Bob Lazar, he's in on it. He's in on the whole thing. He's one of the paid actors. Oh, heavens, folks. Heavens. I wanted to get into some damn tablets tonight. You boys got me all over the map. I'm doing my best to keep up. You guys got me on my toes tonight. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming out and hanging out and chatting. I appreciate it. Sweet tea. Sweet tea on a hot spring night. Feels like summer where I'm at. It was hot as shit today. It was like 92 degrees. And then on the hottest day that it's been thus far, my AC took a shit about an hour ago. No, an hour before the show. Damn, an hour and a half it's been on the show already. Like I'm sitting in my office prepping and kind of getting ready, and I'm like, why in the frick is it so hot in here right now? I go outside my door and the thermostat for upstairs is there. It's right there because I've got like a two systems, one for upstairs, one for down. So 2 separate thermostats. I'd look at the upstairs one and it's 4 degrees warmer than what I have the AC set at. And I'm like, oh no, that's why it's hot as balls in my office. Because my AC's broken now. Great. I thought I was going to be doing the show tonight shirtless. I'm like, I swear to God, I'll sit here in a tank top. All my tattoos right. I don't give a shit. Because it's hot as hell. But I'm like, no, you can't do that. YouTube will not monetize you. You guys know I did so I've been playing 2K on my gaming channel. Also, link down in the description if you aren't following. Go to the link in the description and follow my gaming channel. I'm playing 2K5, but it's updated rosters, and I'm going to take the Bears to the Super Bowl. So if you're interested and you want to see any of that gameplay, follow over there at 8-Bit God, down there in the description. Anywho, I made a short from the stream I did the other day, and it's silly. You know, I'm talking and playing the game, and like 2K shows the cheerleaders and they're dancing. But I guess the developers put like boob physics. So the jubblies are moving around. So I stopped talking. You know, I'm talking and I just go, and I'm gawking at the girls or whatever. So I made it short because it's ridiculous and immature. I'm still like 10 years old, yes. But because it's funny. Yeah, it's got like 12 views because Google and YouTube are like, yeah, you're not showing. Because you've heard that, right? In the last few weeks, like girls who used to get all these views from showing their TNAs, they're not getting pushed anymore. Google's like, no. But I'm like, they're digital boobies. They're digital. They're not even real. And you're going to suppress my video because I said, I don't care. I left it up because I know it's funny. And I don't care. I'm not doing it for the views. I'm doing it for me. I'm doing all of this. Well, this show here, Decoded, you guys, this is my therapy. So basically, you guys are my doctors. You show up every Thursday and Saturday night to help make sure Ezra stays sane. So I thank you guys. I thank you for joining me. Romy wine? Cars running on wine? No, I don't know. I'm being goofball. Oh, I think I saw your post on Twitter. Didn't you get inclement weather when you were about to break that puppy in? You were about to season that motor. Life won't quit lifing. I know, it always does that. Never fails. Brand new mower, you got your beer ready, or a nice lemonade, whatever your drink is, but you got your nice cold drink because you're going to ride that new mower and cut the grass. Freaking power outages. Isn't there a huge power outage? Like, so the radio show that I do on Friday nights, the guy who runs the radio station, he's out of power. And he's from Indiana as well. The guy who runs the radio show. rockdogsradio.com. We have 10th House Records Music Hour Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. 8 to 9. It's only an hour. But it's me and my drummer. We both own the record label. But we play songs from, like, bands that we love. Unsigned bands nobody's ever heard of. Good shit. I mean, good stuff. We almost had a tornado yesterday, and yeah, I need to buy a bigger AC. There goes my savings. $600 for a bigger AC. Life does that shit. Life don't ever quit. And it's like that. It's weird how that works. Like, literally everybody has the same story. Like, you try to get a savings going, and every time you kind of even step back for 1 second to go, you know what? That savings is looking pretty good. Boom! Something breaks in the house, or your tire goes flat and the rim gets damaged. You're coming off that savings. You thought you had a nice goose egg, nest egg. You thought. But the universe is like, no, nope. Oh, Romy, drink wine. But you're having a screwdriver. Good old vodka and orange juice. I used to, when I was younger, that was like one of my first liquors. Vodka. And then I drank too much vodka and was like, oh, I can't do vodka anymore. Oh, God. And then it was tequila. And then I got mean and violent on tequila. So I was like, okay, no more tequila. Can't do that. For some reason, I get mean. Why would it matter what the liquor is I'm drinking? But when I drank whiskeys and bourbons, I'm a happy drunk. I fucking love you, man. And they're like, all right, Ezra, knock it off. No, man, I'm fucking serious. I love you, man. Like, I really, really love you. I don't cry. I'm a happy drunk. But now, because I'm 48, I can't even drink anymore. I mean, I'll have a beer. Yingling's my favorite beer. I could have one or two. But if I have 3 or 4 or 5, then that means I had a shot of bourbon or 2. Now I'm really fucking buzzed. And I'm going to be paying for it for the next 2 days. So I don't drink much anymore. I have a case of Yingling, and I got a collection of bourbons on top of my fridge. Now I'm just a collector. I just like collecting bourbons. Do you drink them? No, I don't. When my bro comes and visits me, celebratory drinks with my bro. But that's it. So I just got him on deck, waiting for when my bro comes and visits. I just got him on deck, ready to go. That's all. Because I am paying for it. Like, then again, like when he comes out, we go to the bar. Like, we had a really good time. We went to go see the draft at the local pub, get some food, onion rings, have a little drink. But we don't see each other very much these days, once, twice a year. So it's a big deal. I want to celebrate with my bro. I fucking drink a little heavy. Man, I am hurting for like 2 days after that shit. But it's a good time. So I'll just reserve my drinking time when I'm hanging out with my bro. Yeah, it was cold and rainy most of the day. It was cold? Lucky? How do you get cold? Tree limb came down on your fence? Oh yeah, so you got some nasty weather. My rider is going well. I just had to buy 2 plastic wheels for the mower deck because it was dragging on the ground. Damn. Sober 5 years, but you know what? When I get my house built, I'm buying 1 small bottle of Manischewitz. Not going to drink regularly, just the small bottle for like building a house. Celebratory. Okay, there are levels to it. I've shared on the show. I was a drug addict for 10, 11, 12 years. I got clean in 2010, and I didn't do anything for quite some time until I felt comfortable. I knew drinking wasn't not my crutch. Drinking wasn't it. Hard drugs. That was my crutch. Never had a problem with drinking, but I knew I needed to be sober for a good long time before I was like, you know what? Let me have a beer. See how I handle that. Yeah, because beer wasn't my thing. So I don't have that, that crushing desire to like, I need to fucking drink. Like, so yeah, I'll drink a couple times a year. I'm good. You could, well, I don't want to say, listen to me, the enabler. I'm the bad friend. Don't listen to me. Now you could do it, man. Go on. Have yourself a drink. No. You decide whether you can do it or not. But that would be good timing. The house is built. You move in. Again, you could sit for 5 minutes and go, all right, look at this house. This is fantastic. Look at this place. Psst. Would you say Manischewitz? Yeah. Oop. I'm a fucking asshole on vodka and pretty chill on whiskey. See? Yeah, that's me. The clears, I can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do the clears. I get mean. I don't know why. I get angry. I'm like angry. What is it about the liquor being clear? Why would that have any effect on my mood? I don't understand. But yeah, but if I drank whiskey or bourbon or Henny or something like that, chill. I'm chill. Just chilling, having good conversation. I like talking, having deep conversations and moon, stars, quasars. We'll travel around the universe. And then at the end of it, I'll just say, I love you, man. No, I'm serious. I love you. Shut up, Ezra. Fucking too drunk for that shit right now, man. Tequila always gives me a hangover. Yeah, that too. Hangovers, man. I'm too old for that stuff. I can't. I just can't. I have stuff I have to do. To make breakfasts in the morning. I just get ready for work. I definitely couldn't even drink on a weeknight. Forget it. If I have work in the morning, it's over. You're collecting Molotovs for the fallout. That was a wise decision. I will always applaud and advocate for prepping. Any steps towards prepping, do it. You see what Michigan's going through right now with the dams about to burst? I did not. I have not heard of this. If there's anybody from Michigan in the chat, I hope you're safe. What's going on up there? Let us know. Romy, you're a happy drinker and even happier husband that night. Okay, see, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It affects people differently. Yeah, I just smoke weed a little. No more kratom, no nothing. Yeah, kratom's brutal. I didn't know too much about kratom. But I was talking to somebody really near and dear to me not too long ago, a few days ago. He was schooling me about how kratom can be very habit forming to the point where, like, you're going through withdrawal, just like you would off an opiate. I was like, damn, because I know a lot of people were using kratom to, like, get off of opiates. Or you can even use kratom to get off, like, Suboxone. But I guess don't drink too much kratom because then you're going to need to kick that. Would it be a whole nother ball of worms? I smoke now instead of drinking. See, a lot of people just, because there's no hangover, right? Get a little baked, eat a snack, go to bed, and tomorrow when you wake up, you're refreshed. You feel just fine. Because that's always been my thing. I learned this going through NA and AA meetings. Alcohol is wicked. I think heroin's bad. Sure, it could deteriorate you and kill you and do all those things. So can alcohol. You get alcohol poisoning and die. I tell you what, heroin withdrawals won't kill you. You know what withdrawals will? Alcohol. People can die from alcohol withdrawal. Opiate withdrawals, you're not going to die from that. You might feel like you want to die. You definitely feel like you want to die, but you're not going to physically die from it. You'll be in a 7th level of hell you've never felt in your life, but you're not going to die. But alcohol, you will. Alcohol's wicked. The nectar of the gods it is. Speaking of Sumerian tablets and Anunnaki, do you know they had like 61 beer recipes in the tablets? They invented beer. They showed us how to make beer. And some beer manufacturer knew about this. I don't have this for facts, but facts I do know is that in the Anunnaki language, one of the versions of beer, no, I'm sorry. Wow, I almost ruined that. In the Sumerian tablets, the word mountain is pronounced Coors. Mind blown. So the guys at Coors, what's their logo on their can? As a matter of fact, when the beer is cold, the mountains turn blue. Coors. So they knew. But yeah, beer recipes. A milestone drink. Yes. Yep. Okay. So Wedge breaking it down. So sometimes, right, when they're doing it, potato versus corn versus rye. So I had wondered that, and I don't know enough about how to manufacture booze. But so the bourbon that is my favorite is Basil Hayden. And the reason it's my favorite, well, it goes down smooth and it's very tasty. Two ice cubes in a glass with 2 fingers of it, sip it, perfect. However, when I lived in South Carolina, the neighbor and I were pretty decent friends. Every Saturday night, we'd hang out in a bonfire in his backyard and just get bombed. I mean, like, we would just get hammered because at like 3 or 4 in the morning, I could just stumble home. It was just 2 yards over. But the very first time he was like, hey, you ever had Basil Hayden? I was like, no, never. So we were drinking Basil Hayden. We drank almost the whole bottle. Like, he bought it that day, opened it that night, and there was like this much left in the bottle when we were done. I was shitty drunk. Stumbled home like, oh my God, and boom, just went to bed, and that was it. Blacked out. Now, when my alarm went off in the morning, because I am an early bird, 5:30, 6 o'clock on my day off, alarm goes off, and I would normally cook everybody breakfast. I love cooking. I love cooking. So breakfast food. But I knew that morning when I woke up, when the alarm was going off, I was already like bracing for it. Like, oh God, here it comes. And I'm like, wait, hello? Wait, I popped right up, went to the bathroom, go to the kitchen. I'm like, I'm not hungover. I felt no hangover, 0, nothing. And I immediately like texted Brandon, because that was his name. And I'm like, dude, like, how do they make this shit? How were we so drunk? Like, shitty drunk. And I'm not hungover. And he's like, I don't know. He's like, that's why I like Basil Hayden, man. That's why it's the good shit. I was like, so I wonder, potato, corn, rye. It's got to have something with it. Something got to be up with that. Kratom would give me the shakes. Don't scoop. I think so, Romy. I think in some clinical studies, it's been proven. Don't go too long. Don't go too long, man. If you don't use it, you'll lose it. And then it's death after that. Big Mike, man, I could sit and polish a case on a Saturday just listening to the radio. Yeah? Just like kicking back, got some good tunes going. Just psh, gulp, gulp. Yeah. Smoke a cigarette. Gulp, gulp. Next one. Psh. Like, yeah. Just start hanging out with the tiger, Romy. Yep. Coors beer. I was going to say head for the mountains, but I think that's Bush. Why are they telling you head for the mountains? But Coors with the mountains. In Sumerian tablets, mountains was pronounced Coors. I saw that on a Sitchin thing. One of his presentation things. Because he liked to talk about that. Because they taught us everything. Again, the math, the solar system, how to prepare food. That was kind of like the big thing in the Old Testament, the sacrifices, when God always wanted the best fucking lamb or the best cow or the best. And Lil was like, yeah, no, I want you to get your best one you got. And there was a specific way that you had to do it. Abraham was cocked and ready like this to his son, Isaac, according to biblical text. He had like this. He was about to thrust down on him because God told him, hey, your son did the sacrifice. He did it wrong. He didn't do it in the order that I told you to do it. So I need you to kill your son. Abraham was like, all right, you're God. Sorry, kiddo. I thought I told you 17 fucking times how to prepare that lamb. You got to go. And as soon as he was like that, guy was like, hey, no. Whoa, God, you were really going to fucking do it. You humans are psycho. We're just fucking around, man. Kill your son? From now on, you make the lamb. He's not allowed to. Well, it's very much like when you shoot a deer and like you want to quarter the deer yourself, you could ruin that whole deer if you don't prepare it right. You can't just start cutting into its belly and you're getting its bile all over. You just tainted the whole damn meat. So God, the Anunnaki showed the humans, no, this is how you prepare a meal. This is how you cook it. This is when you plant. This is when you harvest. This is how you're going to build you a little house. Oh, and by the way, we really, really love beer. Nothing beats a river-chilled MGD. Christ, Wedge. Oh, so before MGD, it was old style. Basically, rat piss. Old style. That was my old man's beer. Then he switched to MGD, which was maybe not rat piss, but cow pee. Not much better. Wasn't a huge fan of MGD either. I have a funny story about that. Wedge, were you with me, actually, when this happened? So we have a live well. So, okay, my folks, we have a summer home in Wisconsin, and it's off the Fox River. Up in Wisconsin at that point, it's called the Rock River, but it leads and connects to the Fox that runs all through Illinois. But anyways, I digress. There's a live well. Ice cold water coming out of this live well. I don't know what it was. Was it a spring? What the hell? Where's that water coming from? I don't know, but it was ice cold year round. And my dad would put his beer cans in there. That's where he would keep his beers. So at the summer home, it was a couple acres. We would camp in a tent and outside. So when my folks were in the house sleeping, we'd sneak out of the tent, go down to the fire. Maybe the fire was still rumbling a little bit because we were all up late making s'mores, doing whatever. But my dad's beers, this is what the important thing is. I'm like 10, 11, 12 years old. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to drink one of my dad's fucking beers. Just cracked that shit open. And I slammed it like it was a Pepsi. Not knowing. Number one, I didn't want to get caught, so I needed to drink it fast. And I threw that shit, empty can in the river because the river would just take it for miles, okay? Because the river had a very good current. So drink it, bam, throw that shit out there, and off it went. Within 30 seconds, I puked all over the fucking pier in the water. Like, holy shit. Yeah, but that was an old style. Gross. All right, Create, man, thanks for hanging out, bro. Have a good night. Let me know when that stuff comes in. Because I'll send you an invite to StreamYard right away. We don't have to live stream, but just talk you through some things, some setup stuff. We'll take care of like all the behind the scenes stuff. Yeah. Have a good night, bro. Never figured out the 33 on Rolling Rock? Think about it, Big Mike. No, I don't know if that's what it is, but that's the way I would interpret it. Rolling Rock, for all the Freemasons of the world, this beer's for you. Romy, you like to cook breakfast? Breakfast burritos, yeah. Oh my God, chorizo. Dude, I grew up on chorizo because, again, on my mom's side, we're Spanish. And my mom would, man, she would throw down with some chorizo and eggs. Potatoes is a good one to throw in there. Bacon. My mom would like to take corn tortillas and like cut them into quarters and put them in the frying pan as well to cook some tortillas in there as well. Bomb. I love chorizo to this day. Love it. And breakfast food just in general. Like I could eat breakfast for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We actually do eat breakfast for dinner here at the house. Because how can you not? We needed to hide the empties a little better. Your dad was pissed. He found out? See, I must have blocked that out. Because he probably whooped my ass. And I had to, my psyche, it's a natural defense our brains do, is block certain shit you don't remember. I didn't think he found out. I thought he just didn't know. I mean, like he knew, but like he didn't know. He was like, "You little bastard, I hope you got sick as a dog." And I'm just going to leave it at that. No, he was pissed. Fuck. I bet did I throw the can in the river and it just like probably hit a couple rocks and was 4 feet from the pier? Because I was an idiot. I still kind of am. Romy, my brother-in-law travels to Wisconsin a lot and brings back beer called Spotted Cow. Yeah, I've heard Spotted Cow. Big Spotted Cow fan, Romy. Drink it often up here, yeah. Oh, no, Big Mike. Man, I like old style. Take it easy. Oh, my goodness. Wedge, where you from? I'll let Wedge ship. Grew up on the northwest side of Chicago, now living in Cheddarland. Cheeseville. Population, Wedge. Yeah, we're northwest siders of the city, though. Damn, Romy, you lived in La Crosse till you were 22. Now you live in Bolingbrook. Oh, snap. Romy's in Bolingbrook. But La Crosse, dude, you want to talk about one of my favorite spots to fish? Fucking La Crosse. My God. I don't know if that was just like a peak in my childhood, but when we would go fishing, we did ice fishing and shore and boat fishing at La Crosse because there's so many like lakes there. There's a bunch and they're so close to each other. You could literally take your boat from one lake and drag it across the street to throw it in the other lake that's right there. Big bass. There's northern pike in them waters, bluegill, crappie. And them fish were biting every time we went to those lakes. Man, that was some of the best fishing ever. La Crosse. Love it. Good fishing there for sure. Mississippi River, yeah. Me and my old man, we did the Mississippi once or twice. I think I got skunked. Only because at that point, I didn't want to fish for catfish. I'm not a walleye fisherman. My dad loved trying to fish for walleye. We would do Lake Erie all the time. I wanted northern pike. That's what I wanted. Or muskie. Or largemouth. But that was it. I was a snobby snob. Because I never caught no big-ass northern or muskie. Like my uncle and my dad, they fished a lot together. And they'd had these pictures holding big-ass 50-inch fucking northern. And I'm like, oh, my God, that's so kick-ass. I'd catch northern this big. A foot and a half, 2 feet. I'm like, damn it. Romy's like, I like simple sunfish. All right, that's fine. Then give a little fight. Get a little fight out of them. And they make for a delicious shore lunch snack. Oh, man. I want to go fishing so fucking bad. Because it's been so long. Damn, Wedge. Twist the knife, okay? Twist the knife, why don't you? You caught a 50-incher last year? God. Not that I didn't even come close. I never caught a 3-footer. Nothing. Again, I've caught a few, but they were all small. 50-incher. Golly, that had to be an adrenaline rush. My God. Yeah, I'm jealous there. I am jelly. And where I live now, there's not even northern or muskie here at all. Matter of fact, I think the state record for largemouth, because that's what everybody does here. There's a lot of fishing tournaments. Fishing tournaments down here is really big. I just learned that about a month ago because I had no idea that it was such a big thing here. But the North Carolina state record, 15 pounds, 14 ounces. It's a state record in North Carolina for largemouth bass. They caught with a crankbait. Bayou boogie lure. You always getting skunked. Fucking fish never touch my line. Oh, and you walked right into it. You walked right into it, Big Mike. Stop fucking. Maybe you won't have a curse then. I went through a phase like that for a while. But I think again it was because of the fish I was trying to catch. Like, even if we fished the Rock River, or if we went to Lake Mills, or if we went to Eagle River, or if we went to La Crosse, I'm always throwing spinners, top water, spinners. I'll cast 3,000 times that fucking day. Meanwhile, my grandpa and my dad are like, ho ho, crappie, whoa, bluegills, ho ho. They're catching all these fish all day, and I'm like, son of a bitch, son of a fucking motherfucking, just all day. We'd be out there for 3 days. I didn't catch shit. Because I'm trying to catch a fish that ain't biting what I'm using. Spinners, Texas rigs, the water boppers. I don't know what those are called, but I use them fuckers. Try all kinds of shit. Yes, on Decoded, we will talk about fishing. That's right. The simple things, boys. That's really what, when you start cracking codes and you start seeing through the illusion, you gotta do other things to. And I wish fishing was one of them, because you got to find some little joys. Okay, we have our wives, we have our kids, and that's great. But as men, we hunt. It's what we do. You got to get out there, touch grass, get wet, get muddy, get sweaty, do all those things. Oh, see, I did that too. I was just talking to my wife about that the other day. Like 2 towns over, they built this. It's the biggest bowling alley I've ever seen. And I'm like, hey, do you think the girls would like if we all went out bowling? She was like, shit, yeah. I'm like, we're going. We're doing bowling. But you went, so nice. Maybe that's what we're going to do tomorrow, maybe. So we can get the fuck out of this hot-ass house. Because I'm sure the landlord's not going to get an AC guy here for a few days. That's what the beer's for. Ezra. That's right. Beers and fishing. Fishing and beers. Look, we're overtime. I got to go to bed, gentlemen. I got a bear show in the morning. What do you guys want to talk about bears tomorrow? You guys heard anything? Anything bopping around? You guys heard anything? What are some things about the bears you want me and Wedge to prep tomorrow for the show? Because otherwise what you're going to get's another... We're going to do another draft. No, I don't think we're going to do another draft. But it will be a grab bag. Okay? As long as you guys show up and keep the conversation rolling, we'll make it. We'll make it a good show. We'll make it a doozy. But otherwise, it's going to be a free-for-all. It's going to be a Royal Rumble. A new Ben Johnson gangsta video? Is this on Twitter? Wedge crickets. We're definitely looking for a wide receiver to spread the field. You know, I talked to my brother yesterday about the Bears a little bit, and he had asked what I thought the Bears were going to do. I was like, bro, I have no idea. It could be anything. You think the common sense things, you could think that, but we did that last year. It was the same needs last year. Man, we need defensive line. We need defensive tackles. We need edge. That's what I thought we were going to do. Bears went tight end. Okay. Now we're going to get the DT. Next pick, wide receiver. Okay. But now, seriously, now we're going to go, right? Defensive line, Ozzy Trapillo. Okay, wait, hold on. So what are they going to do this year? I don't know. I don't know what their big board looks like. So it's hard to tell. We know the big four: DT, D end, safety, left tackle. That's it. So I'm thinking it's got to be one of those. Now, depending on what their big board looks like, I can't believe I'm talking Bears right now. I'll just repeat this tomorrow. Depending on what their big board looks like, and one of the guys in their bucket isn't there at 25 because they've already been taken, if the next guy that's up on their list, they're like, yeah, we're not going to use 25. We're not going to do it. I'm not going to draft him this high. They'll trade down knowing that they'll still be safe to get their guy, and then they just came up on another, third or fourth round pick. And so it can be anything, man. I don't know what the hell they're going to do. I have no clue, but I can't wait till fucking Thursday to find out. Bro, Ben Johnson got hijacked by J-Rock. Oh, no. Oh, Romy, you like that kid from Ole Miss? The wide receiver from Georgia? Yeah, Romy brought that up right at the top of the show. It was the first comment on the show. Can you believe the effing Bengals? And I was like, oh no, what did they do? Yeah, traded their number 10 pick. Number 10 overall for Dexter Lawrence. Good for them. You know, they need defensive help real bad. Their defense blows. Well, we saw it because we played them. Their defense blows. So, you know, good for them. You know, I bet maybe we offered our first round pick for him. And the Bengals looked at all the teams. I bet all the teams offered their first. And they went to the team who was the highest pick. Giants are still going to suck. I'm sorry, Harbaugh, but you hired Matt Nagy. That's what you get. Those are the breaks. You didn't learn? Giants have 2 top 10 picks now. Okay. They're on the come up. Giants are going to do some things. It's interesting to see what Harbaugh does out there. But we could save all this for tomorrow. You guys, I'm going to hit the hay. Because after I do these shows, I got to lay down, decompress. I don't get to go to bed right away. It's a whole decompression mode that needs to happen. Because, the switch is on right now. When I got to turn the switch off, it takes a while for the engine to cool down. But you guys have a good night. Get some rest. Get some sleep, because everything bear show in the morning. But you guys were awesome all night long. Thank you so much for coming out and chit-chat, man. I love it when you guys do this. It's great. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, hit the like button on your way out before leaving while I'm still alive, because it helps, push this channel into other people's algorithms, all that activity. Comments, leave comments too. Just be like, Ezra, fuck yourself. All that shit helps. That all counts as algorithm pushing. So leave little comments, read the pinned comments, answer the pinned comment, or just, again, tell me to go to hell. Something. But no, I appreciate you guys. I'll see you tomorrow for Everything Bears. You guys have a very good night. I had a great time as usual. You guys take care. See you tomorrow. Peace out.